Okay. Now this name here, name of the image I want to store. This is data type varchar to 10. Okay. Now this image, which type required? Blob, blob, blob type. Okay. It is name of the image varchar to 10. Here image I want to store. That's what blob. If you want to store large amount of binary data, large amount of character data as a single entity, then this blob CLOB required. Now it is Java application. It is Java application. We have tried insert query. That is SQL request, SQL response. SQL response. Now we have tried one query. Now what is the query we have tried? Give me answer. What is the query you have tried? Insert.
Recording
What
in
you tried?
progress.
Write the program. One IO package required and SQL package required. No done. not or. So here arcs of 0, name of the image. Arcs of 1, path of the image. That image path should exist. Image should exist. So in your system, wherever location is there, that location you write. I written C drive only. In D drive is there, D drive. F drive is there, F drive. Documents is there, document. Pictures is there, picture. Complete your write. Complete path. Otherwise, file not found exception comes. And if you don't pass arguments, array index out of bounds exception comes. If you don't pass arguments, array index out of bounds exception. You given, but still you are getting exception means that is file not found, that file location. File location also. Okay, location you have to check. And even forward slash also, illegal character also comes. You have to take care of this all. Now I written, you observe. Is it over? I written like this. C:/ flowers dot jfif. I written. Suppose if you write backward slash, also may or may not work. Okay, that is also you have to take care. If suppose D drive is there in your system, drive you write it. And if folder name demo is there, demo write it. If any other subfolder is there, subfolder also write. Then write flowers.jfif. JPG is there, JPG, whatever is there. So complete path you have to write. Folder, subfolders also you have to write, if it is there. If you don't pass arguments, which exception comes? Array index out of bounds exception. You given location, the location is wrong. File not found exception, like that. Okay. Now, suppose if it is CLOB, what's the difference will be there? Here what will write? File reader. File reader. Here file reader we have to pass. Okay. File reader. Now, file input stream, byte stream. File reader, character stream. If text files, if you want to pass, then go for file reader. Writing program is same. Okay. Now, this is BLOB and CLOB program. Next, RowSets. No. Next heading, RowSets. You studied result set. Now RowSet. Image size also you can mention. By default, 4000 bytes will be stored by default. Now RowSets. Result set you studied. RowSet, result set definition same. A RowSet is an object that encapsulates set of rows from database. A result set is an object that encapsulates set of rows from database. Here also same. A row set is an object that encapsulates set of rows from database. So result set, row sets are generated based on SQL query. Same. Row set is generated based on SQL query. Row set is generated based on SQL query. Whatever is studied about result set, same. Whenever row set is generated, then row set pointer or cursor points to before first record. Whenever row set is generated, then row set pointer or cursor points to before first record. Whenever row set is generated, then row set pointer or cursor points to before first record. So result set definition, row set definition, same is there. Same points you observe. But what's the difference between result set, row set required? Next, write it. There are 5 row sets. First one, JDBC row set. Second one, cached row set. Write clearly J capital, R capital, S capital. JDBC row set, cached row set. These are interfaces. Each word first letter capital. Web row set, filtered row set, join row set. There are 5 row sets: JDBC row set, cached row set, web row set, filtered row set, join row set. The above all row sets are interfaces in Java x.sql.rowset package. The above all row sets are interfaces in Java x.sql.rowset package. You studied result set. How many types of result set? 3 types. But rows result set interface name is one only. But here 5 names given different. There 3 types result set is there. That is depends upon parameter passing. But name is same. That means actually 3 result sets. But you are writing result set only. That depends upon parameter while creating statement, while creating prepared statement, while creating callable statement, you'll pass. That type it will take. If you don't pass any parameter, default type. Default is which type? Type forward only. Like that works. Okay. But here, different names only they given. 5 different names. Okay. No parameter. 5 different names only. For interface only 5 separate given. Their interface name one only. Variable names different. But here interface names only different. Okay. 5 row sets are there. First, what is the difference? Differences between result set and row sets. Differences between result set and row sets. Differences between result set and row sets. Result set is non-serializable object. All row sets are serializable objects. Result set is non-serializable object. All row sets are serializable objects. I'll explain. Next. Result set is a connected object. But here, JDBC row set is a connected object. Is a connected object. And remaining row sets are disconnected objects. JDBC row set is a connected object and remaining row sets are disconnected objects. JDBC row set is a connected object and remaining row sets are disconnected objects. So total 5 row sets. 1 row set connected, 4 row sets remaining disconnected. What is connected, what is disconnected, I have to explain. Now, third point. Result set is not a Java bean. All row sets are Java beans. Result set is not a Java bean. All row sets are Java beans. Next, in order to get result set, we need connection interface, driver manager class, and statement interface. Here, in order to get row set, we need row set implementation class only. In order to get row set, we need row set implementation class only. Four differences are there. Is it over? See, first, what is the first difference? Result set is non-serializable object. All row sets are, first of all, what is serialization required to understand this one? Okay. What is second difference? Result set is a connected object. Row set side, JDBC row set is a connected object. Remaining row sets are disconnected object. For understanding this one, what is connected, what is disconnected required. Okay. Third difference, result set is not a Java bin. All row sets are, for understanding this one, what is Java bin required. Okay. For every difference, one concept is there. Fourth one, in order to get result set, we need connection interface, driver manager class, statement interface. Already you have seen program. For getting result set, execute query method you have to call. For that statement, prepared statement callable, anyone required. For that, connection required. For connection, driver manager required. Like that. But here, in order to get RowSet, we need RowSet implementation class only. One class enough. That is, for understanding this one, program required. Okay. Every difference, one concept is there, you observe. This is first concept, serialization. That is core Java. What is serialization? Converting object into series of bits. Okay, bits format. That is serialization. What are the operations serialization compulsory? No. What purpose serialization required? Object network. You can write to a file, you can read from file, sending in network, that type of operations, serialization compulsory. So, note down. Serialization. Now, serialization. Okay. First, what is serialization? See, it is a process of converting an object into a series of bits. It is a process of converting an object into a series of bits. Converting object into bits format, that is serialization. In Java, object must be serializable to do the following operations. One is writing an object to a file. Second one, reading an object from file. Third one, writing an object to a network. Fourth one, reading an object from network. Writing an object to a file, reading an object from file, writing an object to a network, reading an object from network. If you want to perform these operations, serialization is compulsory. Object data, if you want to store in a file. Object data, if you want to retrieve from file. Object data, if you want to send in network or receiving in network, then serialization process is compulsory. Otherwise, not serializable exception comes. That program also you have seen core Java class, object input stream, object output stream. In that you have seen core Java classes. For these four operations, serialization process is compulsory. Result set is serializable or non-serializable? Non-serializable. The data we cannot write to a file. We cannot read from file. We cannot send in network. We cannot receive from network. If you want, one field you can transfer. Object you cannot transfer. If you try to transfer, one exception comes, not serializable exception. Not serializable exception comes. Okay. So object, if you try to send without serialization, you will get a non-serializable exception. If you use serialization, it is possible. Now, suppose that is result set, row set predefined. Suppose the one class is there, employee class. In this employee class, employee number, employee name, employee salary, like this we have. Now, like this one class is there, I'll create one object. Is it serializable object? If I write one class, if I create one object, is it serializable object? No, it is non-serializable object. Now, this object, you try to write to a file, you read from file, you send in network, receive in network, you'll get error. Exception comes. So, this object is non-serializable object. This object data, you cannot write to a file. You cannot read from file. You cannot send in network. You cannot receive from network. It is not possible. This object data, if you want to send in network, if you want to write to a file, these operations, if you want to perform, first this object, you have to make it as serializable object. How to make this object as a serializable object? Implements serializable. So, here implements serializable. It is interface. So, implement serializable if you write, then this object becomes serializable object. But whenever it is interface, whenever interface is inverted, then what we have to do? All abstract methods must be overridden. Okay. But what are the methods are there? How to see? Java P, Java.io.serializable. See, open brace, close brace. No variable, no method, nothing. This type of interface is called marker interface. We can also call tag interface. We can also call empty interface. All are right. Okay, different people, different terminology they are using. But at last, subject is same. Okay. Now, implement serializable. If you write, then this object becomes serializable object. Then this object converted into bits. Then it is allowed to write to a file. So, if you don't want to make it as serializable, don't write. By default, non-serializable only. If you want, just implement serializable, you have to write. But result set, row set, these are predefined. They prepared. So, this result set not derived from serializable interface. Row sets derived from serializable interface. That's what we can write. Suppose it's our class. If you don't want serialization, remove this. If you want serialization, use this. But it is empty interface. It is empty interface. It is working. Suppose myself, I'll create one empty interface. Will it work like this? No. This functionality present inside the JVM. That's what working. If you create your own empty interface, that functionality not available in JVM, no? So if you want to develop this type of concept, JVM also you have to develop. Okay, then only possible. Because this functionality already present inside the JVM. That's what it will understand. But if you create your own empty interface, it cannot understand. Okay. So if you want to make it serializable, just attach this one. If you don't want, remove. Suppose one variable I want to prevent from serialization. Is it possible? Yes. What we use? Not final. Transient. See, majority people weak in core Java. No answers you observe. Majority people weak in core Java. Core Java most important. How to prevent serialization? Transient keyword. Transient. You can prevent. So just one transient keyword if you attach, that is prevented. Where we use transient in real time? Passwords, PIN numbers, security code. There we use transient. Say for example, open Gmail, type your username, type your password. Next time again open, just type first letter. Remaining all letters automatically comes. Type password one letter. Will it come? No. Because your username stored in a file. It is retrieved from file. That object stored in a file, retrieved from file. But password is not coming. Reason, the password is transient. Password is transient. That's why it is not stored in a file. That is not retrieved. Okay. Sometimes one dialog box comes. Google Chrome should remember like a save or fail like that comes, no? If you allow save, it will remember. That means it is stored in a file. You are allowing like that. That actually HTML, CSS, JavaScript coding, but a Java graphical user interface, we use transient. If it is Java, AWT applet swings, if you use, there we'll use transient keyword. That is HTML, CSS, JavaScript programming. That is okay. Now implement serializable. If you write, this object becomes serializable. If you remove implement serializable, it is non-serializable object. Okay. So here result set is non-serializable object. This object data we cannot write to a file. We cannot read from file. We cannot send in network. We cannot receive from network. But row sets possible. All row sets are serializable objects. Here you have seen already result set program you studied. Here this object at a time you can send in network. If it is row set, result set not possible. But if you want to set result set like this, first you have to move the cursor for first record. First column you can send. Next second column you can send. Third column you can send. Like that one by one you can send. Result set also allowed one by one. But a row set, object at a time allowed. Even 1000 records in a result set, row set. At a time you can pass. That is the benefit. If you use result set, one field we can send. One column. That type, how many times you have to send? 1000 records are there. 1000 into 3000 records columns. Total 3000 data elements will be there. Like that. So row set is serializable. That's what in that situation we'll prefer row set. That purpose row set. It is first difference. Okay. So just if you write implement serializable, then this object is called serializable object. Okay. But it is our class. We can add, we can remove. But that is predefined class, no? That's what. If you want serialization, use row set. If you don't want serialization, use result set. Like that you have to use. That is predefined. You cannot change, no? That's what you follow that one. Now suppose this class you don't want serialization, remove. This is your class, anytime you can remove. Now if you want serialization, add. But there what you have to do, if you want serialization, use row set. If you don't want serialization, use result set. Like that they prepared. Now next write it. Class must implements java.io.serializable interface to make serializable object. Class must implements java.io.serializable interface to make serializable object. Class must implements java.io.serializable interface to make serializable object. Example. And okay, before that, this is also write it. Java.io.serializable interface is called as marker interface, comma tag interface, or empty interface, because no members in this interface. Java.io.serializable interface is called as marker interface, comma tag interface, or empty interface, because no members in this interface. So in that interface, no variables, no methods, nothing. That's what it is called, marker interface. Another terminology, tag interface. Another terminology, empty interface. Example, if you want to create serializable interface, serializable object, you can do like this. Example, class employee implement serializable. So java.io.serializable interface is called as marker interface, comma tag interface or empty interface because no members in this interface. Example. Now this object is called as serializable object. Now this object is called as serializable object. Is it over? See this object. Now this object is called as serializable object. If I remove this line, non-serializable. So by default, non-serializable only. If you want to make it serializable, implement serializable. That's it. So your object created, now this object converted into bit format because implement serializable. This object data we can send in network. We can receive from network. We can send to a file. We can receive from file. This is all possible. Okay. We'll see continuation tomorrow.